The first question that any business owner or manager should ask is, what's my fundamental strategy? Michael Porter, one of Harvard Business School professors that I had back in the day, had two generic strategies. Either you could be cheaper or you could be different. And playing a cost leadership game is a tough one. Being cheaper in a commoditized industry with a focus on price is always hard. So you're really left with the strategy choice of differentiation. And how do you achieve differentiation? You have to define your brand strategy. And I'll just simplify it to say it's really, who is that well-focused target audience that you're going to win with? What business are you in? And then how can you be best in the world at delivering something to that target audience? It's a high bar, but being best in the world is important. And that really is the foundation of a brand strategy. And once you have the brand strategy, defining who your target is, what business you're in, and how to be best in the world, then you're ready to define what your packaging and all of the other touch points that touch your consumer are meant to be. So David has a lot of experience on both the design of the approach as well as executing. So love to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you hit it right on the nail when you're talking about kind of who the packaging is for and being different. Because, there's studies out there that essentially look at how consumers make purchasing decisions. And a lot of those purchasing decisions are made not prior to the store visit, but as they're in the store browsing, let's say, the shelf, right? And if you're basically looking at any store shelf, pretty much in any industry these days, all you're going to see is, square boxes. So how do you stand out, right? There are studies out there that talk about standing out on the shelf from a design perspective. There are studies that talk about the form factor. There are studies that talk about kind of an emotional reaction to colors and typeface and all of those things that kind of combine together. And I think, one of the features that we offer from a tube packaging perspective is kind of all three, because not only do you have the design, but also you have the form factor and then all of the other things that kind of stand out to consumers. And then, the second touch point there is essentially once they purchase the packaging and, they're unboxing the product, there's a whole experience associated with the unboxing experience. In tube specifically, there's, as you open the cap, there's like an audible pop, which is, auditory branding. And there's like all these little components you can play around with from a form factor and kind of unboxing experience perspective. And then, the third thing here also is, especially in the cannabis industry, as you look at kind of all the cannabis industry packaging, in a lot of states that require child resistance packaging, it's all plastic. So you basically have a sea of plastic packaging that's all single use, and we're kind of fighting that stigma to go with child resistant plastic packaging, because most of the packaging for us is paper based. So 90% of it is paper based, and there's a child resistance cap that is plastic, but it's way better than anything else out there.